Hello, welcome to Drowning in Blackwater. I'm Chris and I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight, and I use they, them pronouns. Drowning in Blackwater is another spooky mystery. Yes, but I have style, I have form. Here you see it. Over the Halloween months, we will be bringing you this creepy village in the Mere of Dead Men and some creepy subplots about various things. Orcus might be involved, just saying. And the return of the shepherds, Viorica, Frore, and of course Prosperous, returning to the fold and see what they get up to over the next couple of weeks here. For those who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here plays a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The players all have their own unique character sheets, which tell them what they're good at and not so good at, and what numbers to add to 20-sided dice rolls. Mostly, 20s and above are good, 1s and below, which is rare but does happen, are bad, and you'll see these little things up here at the top of the screen as people roll. Yes, while they play their characters, I, the Dungeon Master, will play literally everything else they encounter. All the people, all of the talking trees, that's a bit of a spoiler. What else? Weather patterns. I'm quite famous for my weather patterns. There we go. Anyway, while they describe what they want to do and I describe the world around them, we will all together tell our tale. Before we kick off, though, let's meet all the players and let's talk a bit about our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns M or Emma, and I'll be playing Prosperous. He uses the pronouns P. Yeah, just P. Prosperous is a half-orc paladin of Shantea who has devoted their life to helping people, and hopefully will be helping people as part of this campaign, maybe through the Shepherds, the organisation that they run with friends.
Hello, my name is Ed. I will be playing Viorica Eordash. We both use he, him pronouns. Viorica is back for a fourth time, barely 2 weeks after the last campaign ended, so he's ready to rock and roll. He has a new gun, which is the most beautiful thing he's ever owned, but otherwise likes to think he's grown up, but we're not quite sure yet.
Hello, I'm Mike, and I'll be playing Cory Book. We both use he, him. The ex-sheriff or investigator, now turned from bandits to demons. See what happens, see what we can find.
Hi there, didn't see you come in. My name is Alden Wheelwright, he, him. I'm played by David Shears. I'm a cleric of Talmor, erstwhile priest of Mask. These days I try and do good, so I joined up with these here folks to go on an adventure, kill some demons, save the world. You're welcome.
Hello, the name is Huxley Bricklesnout, he, him, played by Liz, who uses they, them pronouns. I was the chief shelf stacker at Blackstaff Academy Library until I've recently been recruited by the Shepherds. I'm currently traveling with a wonderful group of people and, well, we're having an adventure, which I'm enjoying.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital dirt and dirt. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or £1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters and non-player characters and all the rest of it in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and while we aim to avoid misgendering, we do acknowledge it does sometimes happen. Have a company policy in place for correct people on pronouns should the need arise. If you think we've missed something, we're open to being corrected, so just drop us a line in chat or send a message to rolltogetherrpg@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our content warnings and the TTRPG safety toolkit, which we use as part of play. Links can be found under !safety in chat. Right, with all that said, time to get spooky.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Drowning in Blackwater, Halloween edition.
Happy Halloween.
Two of us got the memo? One and a bit of us got the memo?
David took his mask off.
Yeah.
Ed, you wear clothes like that every day. This is not a Halloween costume.
Took one look in the mirror and decided I was scary enough.
What's that, Mike? What?
I'll get it sorted. There we go.
Right, thank you.
The production values on these shows.
I know, right? Like those editors, they're just on form. I thought when I first saw Liz that their outfit was just one of those that Mike's got, but no, wow. It's genuine. It's amazing.
That's true.
Liz, you going to wear that for the whole show?
I will certainly try my best, unless I begin to eat this beard, which is currently happening. So, Chris, yes and no.
What is this? G-Man the game? Put it away, David.
Beastie snack.
This one has a mask. Anyway. Enough of this silliness.
Enough of this witty banter. Good. Welcome. If you're joining us for episode 5 of this show and you haven't seen the previous 4, you're missing out. There were maggots. I'm selling it. Good. Right.
There was a lot of foray.
Yes.
There was some great plot. There was some really lovely plot. There was a tree ant that likes to drown things.
Tried really, really hard to break the plot.
Let us know in the chat if you're just here for the maggots.
Hashtag here for the maggots.
I'd love to know what percentage of the demo is just all about those maggots.
All about the maggots.
Oh yeah, please let's have a Twitch poll. That thing that we never do. Maggots? Just a question mark. That's all we want.
Positive.
Write in your own answer. Good. Yes. Hello. Thank you. So, last time the party went to dinner with the Tolstoffs, which was definitely fun. No. It's fair to say that they were lovely people. Dinner was served. It was all great, and they didn't then admit that they were the distraction to trying to free their grandfather from a cell beneath Tolstoff Keep where he was trapped by some mysterious presence. And that didn't then happen, and their grandfather, who worships Caius, the most disgusting undead of them all, and didn't summon a gigantic maggot called an Ergostaster, which then the rest of you had to try and fight off while being vomited all over with zombies. None of that happened.
I think you'll find that Foray also finally, accepted that he was cursed and told us all.
Oh, yes.
That was the episode before last.
Surely not.
Yeah.
That reveal.
Things happened since then.
Yeah, I think a lot of things happened since then. Anyway, get with the times, Em. God. Anyway,
a month since we recorded.
Yeah, it is. So.
I got married in that time.
You did get married in that time, as did we.
2 people got married. 3 people got married in that time.
Very fair. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to get married, Ed? I'm feeling really left out.
No, sorry.
Wow, even in a jokey kind of way. No, we're all here now. We're still fighting the maggot. It's not dead yet. It's not dead yet. It's not dead yet. It looked very, very badly hurt. But at this point in time, you are all covered in necromantic ooze. You have been fighting the various things that it vomitously vomited up in the catacombs beneath Tolstoff Keep, now open to the sky because, the Tolstoffs also seem to have some kind of doomsday device that shoots gigantic shells and creates massive explosions, and they're now currently bombing their own house, kind of in a, well, if the Augustasta doesn't get them, this will kind of vibe. You're welcome, by the way.
Worms, the video game, like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chuck everything
Slightly inconvenient.
Anyway, all that's happening, and Prosperous just got swallowed by the maggot and is now traveling down to its belly, but I think in a maggot, all of its belly? I don't know how to make. I know nothing about the way maggots look on the inside. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're at the top of initiative. And at the top of initiative, Frore, it is your turn. I will paint the scene for you. There are lots of undead, slime-covered things that are dead now all around you. There are 2 rather large ones, look a bit like horses or cows, but it's hard to see through all the sludge, that are currently trying to run away from Aldrin, who turned undead.
Oh, yeah.
Huxley is in the sky above the Augustasta with a hand floating next to him, looking down at the carnage that is wrought. The Orica is standing next to Aldrin, looking Bloody fact.
Yes.
Aldrin looks okay.
Better than okay.
Is
Aldrin looks magnificent now.
Wow.
Covered in slime.
do we have the telepathic bond still?
Yes, telepathic wand is still
Okay,
up.
great. So I can talk to people without opening my mouth.
Please don't. And Prosperous has just been swallowed by the maggot. And we're standing right next to you, so I'm assuming there was a bit of splashback, and B, that you were sort of pushed out of the way, so you're aware of what happened. Probably it's because maggots aren't particularly well known for a nice little dipping motion for biting. It's where it's like a big old when all its body is still next to you in this big sort of tower of maggot. It is gargantuan though, so also it is just huge.
Tower of Maggot, the new Disney ride coming next year.
Behold, this Tower of Maggot. It is your turn. P just got swallowed. All of this is happening.
And not in the fun way.
And not in the fun way.
Now, first.
God damn it, there's those eyebrows.
It's not distracting.
I'm just like, don't look at Liz when I have to try and keep a straight face.
Let's have
At
a
least
really
we know when
heartwarming
Liz is locked
conversation.
in.
I want Liz to do some really intense Huxley roleplay now with that costume on.
Here we go.
Come on, Ferrari, it's your turn. Make it happen. Save the day.
Is there any pipe, a couple of feet, like a meter or something long pipe on the floor, or logs from the rubble, anything like that?
Sure.
Something like a meter and a half long.
I'm going to go with why not? Why not?
Just to hear what the rest of this plan is.
I am intrigued, and I'd love to know why you want a meter-long piece of metal that's fallen off this ancient building. Why not? Why not?
And I think we should just do it because you can figure out the roles.
That is my
I'd
job.
like to scamper across, preferably not leaving the space of the creature because I can't sacrifice a hit right now.
It has about, I think it's got 20 feet of range on its hit. It does. It's got 20 feet of range. You'd have to move a long way away to be in attack of opportunity range of it, if you see what I mean.
Brilliant. I'd like to pick it up, and the idea, I'll explain the idea, is to jump onto the creature and try lodge its mouth open so it's easier for Prosperous to crawl out. Is the idea.
Wow.
Is to lodge the jaw from top to bottom, and so Prosperous can basically just crawl out and is not trapped anymore.
So one of us
I don't
has
know if
already
it'll
been
just make it
swallowed.
easier or just give P the chance to get out.
Okay.
So one of us has already been swallowed, and the next one in
And
line
I'm
is
on
going
my
to go
way
up to
into
the mountain. Okay.
It looked like fun. That's all I'm saying.
Why not?
We also, as a party, famously do not have prestidigitation, so this is going to be awful.
It's going to never be clean again.
Whatever the telepathic equivalents of a raised eyebrow is, it's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Okay. I see your metal pole shoved in the face, and I raise you an acrobatics check to try and run up to this thing's face.
Oh.
Because
Pretty sure
it's a writhing maggot.
I'm pretty sure it won't be expecting it.
No one expects a metal pole.
How does
Exactly.
how does a natural 20 for 30 sound?
Fuck off! You're fucking kidding me.
Outstanding.
Right, fine.
What a way to begin.
Mike, whatever you want to have happen as in terms of running up its body and getting to a place where you can jam the pole in happens. If you want to jam the pole in, we're going to get into some interesting conversations.
I'd like it to lodge. So
You've got to get
it's not
informed
necessarily
consent.
about it's not necessarily about force. It's more about being clever by lodging the jaw. So it almost
I
lodges.
hear that's popular.
Yeah.
Good, right.
Right.
Some people can dislocate it. I mean,
I know. So in which case...
How did we get here? We're like 2 minutes in.
I'm going to say it's Mike's fault. Good. So you manage to run. There's probably some sick flips and shit as you make your way up the writhing maggot that's just swallowed Prosperous and start to try and reach down to jam this metal pole into its mouth. 1 meter across, by the way, is barely big enough for its mouth. We're talking more like 2.5 meters, so in feet.
whatever
What is that? 8-9
I
feet?
imagined would work.
Sure, it's a big old mouth. Is what I'm saying. You want to jam this in. You need to make me an attack roll with a pole. Are you proficient in pole?
I have not got
pole proficiency
or anything.
No.
I'm a fighter, so I technically have like pole arms proficiency. But...
I'll allow it. No, that's fair.
What?
I will allow that. As a fighter, you're proficient in pole. Right. Jam that pole.
Famously, all fighters fantastic at pole.
It's true.
That'd be proficiency as strength still,
Yes.
so that does put a -1 on it. So,
I'm afraid it's strength, my friend. You are not jamming this pole dexterously. You are jamming it hard.
Yep.
I'm still doing it, aren't I?
Okay, there's nothing you can do. It's just going
Done
to keep
now.
going.
Yeah, it just gets
clear
worse
parts
from here.
Okay. 12 on the dice, so a 16.
What is its AC is the big
It's a
question.
massive maggot. How can it have good AC?
Guess what its AC is? Anyone?
16?
23.
16. So, yeah, meets a pizza. How would you like to ram this thing's mouth open with a pole? I'm still doing it.
So, seeing as I've got a 8-foot pole, I might as well use it to run, and then like a Olympic,
Pole vaulter.
with a pole vaulter,
Yeah.
like dig it into the ground, use the power of the pole to fling me up, and then bring the pole with me, and then just slam it in front of me.
This is outrageous.
I imagine, although I've got the rolls to be epic, I imagine Fro does kind of slip and almost like fall into the mouth, but manages to almost do like a flip on the pole.
Okay.
And
That's what jams it in.
It is fair to say that there is a pole holding this thing's mouth open and that you are swinging from it. I think that is very fair to say. With a nat 20 and rolling its AC exactly, that seems fair to me. Can you also roll me a d10 plus your strength modifier for damage, please? I'm afraid you don't get sneak attack on this. It knows you're doing it.
that's fair.
Totally
This isn't
aware.
sneaky at all.
That is 0.
Come again.
Nice.
That's 0 damage.
Would you roll on the dice, Mike?
I rolled a 1 and I have a -1 to my strength.
Good.
Amazing.
Doesn't do any damage to it. What you will all see is Flore do this, the result of which is flying around overhead, hanging on for dear life with this pole wedging a gigantic maggot's mouth open. Thank you.
Take a shot
Thank
in the
you,
back and
D&D.
say that's my action and bonus action to do all of that.
Let's say it's an action. What would you do for a bonus action? I'm intrigued.
As I'm going, he's going to look out at Viorica and be like, "You can do this!" And you're more powerful than, you can do this. You're more powerful than this creature. And then I will use my rallying maneuver and give Viorica.
Does that give him
nice.
Does it give him an attack now?
12 temporary hit points.
That will do.
Oh, he
That will
really needs that. That's
absolutely
good.
do. Thank
Yeah,
you.
brilliant stuff.
Temp 12. you say?
Okay.
12, I rolled nice and high on my superiority die.
Thank you.
Yeah, because there's not a right lot else that's worthwhile doing. Unless I could have disengaged and got myself out of that situation. But, oh well.
Now you're there now.
Can I see Prosperous?
No, Prosperous didn't get mouthed. Prosperous got swallowed. Okay. Prosperous.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh geez, Morty, here
I'm
we go.
sure it'll be fine.
Hellish dark and smells of cheese, I imagine.
At the beginning of your turn, you take damage.
I know.
Oh,
You do when you're inside things' stomachs from all the acid.
of course.
I say that like I know, like I've not been inside something's stomach.
I don't believe it.
Is it 28?
No, it's 21.
Yes.
Okay.
It's combined necrotic and acid damage.
That means it makes no difference to me. I have 7 hit points.
Necracid.
Oh god.
It's dark in the maggot.
Well, it's not because my sword is on.
Okay. You
Makes
are
it worse.
Yeah.
We see that from the outside. We see like a lovely glow from the inside.
Middle of the
Is it kind of transparent?
I'm gonna go with not transparent. It's quite a thick maggot. Sorry.
Oh boy.
I can't believe it's me that has to say this, but let's just dial down on the smut.
It's all in the mind of the
maggot
beholder.
porn, not your thing, David.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's oh dear.
That's taking it a step further.
This maggot is too thick to have light shine through it. There we go.
Happy Halloween.
It's fucking something.
You can find stuff like that on Mold Hub.
It's a serious battle. Someone might die. Prosperous, you are surrounded by corpses, bits of corpses, bits of corpses that clearly don't belong to other bits of corpses.
Probably not the worst situation I've ever been in, but it's pretty gross.
Oh,
I would say it is the worst situation you have
This
ever
is the
been
worst.
in. Yes.
Just because you can see it.
Yeah, if you couldn't see it, it would just be grim, but you can see it.
Right, okay.
Most of these corpses are being turned slowly into slurry by the wall, which is exuding this poisonous, acidic, necrotic energy. But you are currently there.
Right, I'm going to try and cut my way out.
Sure.
Am I restrained?
Blinded and... You're not blinded, you got a sword. You're restrained. You do have total cover against attacks from the outside, though.
Great. That's gonna be brilliant. All right.
If the building collapses on you, you'll be thankful. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I missed a natural 20, but that's still. Oh, I rolled it. Hang on, it's calculating the advantage, not disadvantage. That's my plus to hit is a 17.
You hit it on the inside.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Spike out.
Why 4d6 plus 7?
You have to do a certain amount of damage to do
Right,
stuff.
hang on. Sorry, it thinks I'm doing a crit, which is why it's rolled 4. Oh,
Sorry.
it was really good damage as well. Never mind.
Take half of it. That's what it would be.
Well, I got rid of it now. I don't know what it was. I can't.
There's a game log.
It'll be fine. It's me a paladin.
And if you stay in the stomach, you'll become one.
It was 12.
12 total?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh dear.
Dice.
And then 6. And then I will smite at... What have I got left? Oh, I've got a 4th level left. I will smite at 4th level. This seems 4th level worthy.
Probably is, yeah.
So that is... terrible. 20 more. That's the first hit.
So 20 total.
No, all those numbers added together.
20 plus 12.
2.
Plus the other one.
The other one? What was the other one?
20 plus 12 plus 6.
Okay, so you did a total of 38 points of damage.
Yeah. That's one hit.
That's fine. Can you roll... No, I need to roll it. Well, this should be interesting.
Oh, no.
Okay, so the current rolls are Mike rolled a nat 20 on bullshit.
I rolled a nat 20, but you took it away.
I've now rolled a 1 on a con saving throw.
Yes. Good.
Roll for bullshit.
Is it going to throw me up? It's going to throw me up.
You're going to headbutt that bar. I don't think this was... I mean, it was really cool what you did. But Jesus.
Could you go light on describing throwing up, Chris, please?
Yes, of course. That's going to be tough, anyway.
Just avoid the phrase choked on a pole and we'll be fine.
Okay. From inside the worm, from inside the maggot foray hanging out of its mouth, you hear a horrific gurgle. I will allow. Do you let go of the pole?
What, and drop in or drop out?
It's flailing around wildly. If you let go of the pole, there will be some falling damage from being thrown around the place. Or this might happen.
I feel like
not a choice.
The bile potentially is going to be worse damage-wise. I don't know. So yeah, let's roll a chance on where I end up.
A drop
in this room.
Cool. Roll me D100.
As I definitely show. Oh, Progress is coming.
You land on
see-
America.
If I
Oh.
see Flore falling, could I reaction cast Featherfall at second level because I haven't got any first level spell slots left?
Of course you can.
Amazing.
Okay.
Good call.
That was an 18 on D1.
Rory just, yay, lets go of the bar. Because of the flailing of the Augustasta, he goes flying, then in midair, Huxley just catches you and just, woo! They see you falling slowly. So you are fine. Good. Right. It is going to regurgitate you, Prosperous.
Sensible. I would as well.
Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
No, it's my worst one.
There's a bar in its mouth,
I've still
and
got.
it's not pleased to see you.
I've still got bar my thingy, don't I? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no.
Yeah, you can add
15?
15.
Wait, is Bless still up as well?
Yeah,
Doesn't apply to saving throws.
never mind.
Doesn't it?
With a
Saying
15.
so.
Are you sure? I thought it was ability checks.
Oh, no, yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Then roll the d4 as well.
So 2d4s. Oh, that's so,
16.
that's so broken.
Yes, it is, isn't it? As you go flying out of this thing's mouth, like all of the wall just clenched together and pushed you forward with an almighty push alongside a lot of this other horrible stuff that's around you. But as you go flying out towards its mouth, you are suddenly winded hard as your midriff curls around something and you're now hanging in its mouth over a pole as it's just leaning over, disgorging stuff from inside itself.
Why is there a pole here?
All over you and the ground around it.
Oh,
That is now happening.
Right.
It is still your turn.
Yeah, can I take my second attack?
With disadvantage because
Why
of the
with disadvantage?
situation.
No, I'm just going to stand up, hold on to the pole.
You can't stand up. You're
Why
in
not?
its mouth. You are hanging over a pole as vomit drips all around you.
The pole is 2 feet tall. Not
8.
8 feet. The pole is 8 feet tall, which is taller than Prosperous,
Sure.
and is wedging the mouth open. So presumably, I can hold the pole, stand on the lip.
On the lip.
It's currently the end of a windsock, flailing around wildly, vomiting profusely with you in its mouth. You have disadvantage on the attack roll. Don't argue with me.
fuck you waving, vomiting arm, flaming maggot.
It's fine. It's more than a 16.
Of course it is. You carve a bit out of its face. Go on.
All right, here we go.
Stick it through the soft palate, if there is such a thing in a maggot.
There isn't. It doesn't have the ability to speak.
13 plus 9 plus I will smite at third level because I'm cross now.
Understandably, this is not a great place to be.
I hope we don't need these spell slots later. How come I literally just got 10 more points damage on a third level smite than a fourth level? That's very disappointing. 29, 38, 48, 51.
Oh, Jesus.
How would you like to kill it from
I
this
would like
pose?
to shove my sword up through its mouth into its brain.
Doesn't have a brain.
Into its maggoty brain. Into its maggoty brain.
Fine. You shove it up into its maggoty brain.
Well played.
And then jump out of its mouth and land in a classic 3-point superhero landing, but with a lot more weight.
Crunch.
Roll a dex save to not break your ankle.
Can it be strength?
No!
I said with more weight.
It's a saving throw to not break your ankle. It's a dex save.
No, by being strong.
That's not how strong people don't break their ankles.
You already made me roll one dex save
By
this
not
turn.
skipping ankle day.
Exactly.
There's no muscles in the ankle.
You can strengthen the muscles around your ankle.
You can strengthen your feet and in your.
I'm rolling a strength save.
That's not what I asked for.
I'm rolling it.
Okay.
Can we all do that?
No.
I'm going to work out what the dex save was. It's fine.
32.
Which means on the dex save,
It would be 6 less, so it's still
Yeah, I know. So you take
26.
So you don't take any damage from that because your dex save would have been high enough.
And I'm
See,
strong.
David, you can do that. You can try and foil me and then watch me not be foiled. That's fine.
You were foiled anyway. I passed.
You did pass.
I can see someone hasn't skipped ankle day.
As you land, this creature roars and shrieks and flails. We need to stay in initiative.
Oh yeah, there's still things.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Huxley,
Do I still have movement?
No, you had to
Why
move to
not?
get out of the maggot.
I didn't. It threw me up. I had nothing to do with that.
It's forced movement, technically.
Is certainly forced. All right, good.
Can I run to one of the tunnels?
There are no tunnels. There are cell doors.
But Foray said there was a tunnel.
Did he point it out? I mean,
Foray, point at the tunnel. Point at the tunnel.
Rose is flying through the air slowly.
Can I run over to where the tunnel is? And if it looks like it's collapsing, hold it up.
Oh,
interesting. You can run over to the cell door, which is clearly leading, which is the one that Foray earlier saw close as the rat person went through it. As you open the door, you can see that the back of this cell has been tunneled out completely, and there is a tunnel going off under the marshes. As you might expect, it is pissing water.
Right.
But
Well,
it doesn't
I
look
can't-
like it's about to collapse.
All right, I'll stand and be like, tunnel!
Oh, right.
Huxley, you're at sort of ground level at this point.
Okay.
A good third of the house has gone in the big fiery explosion. You were too far back to be affected by it, but your ears are probably still ringing quite heavily. You can see down into the hole in the ground, see your friends making a runner. Looking out, you think you can probably see in the distance something. Your eyesight's not as good as Eldred's, and it's starting to get dark. It's starting to get into evening. Twilight. Sparkly vampires. You will be able, because it goes right after you, to see a tiny explosion and then hear as something comes flying towards the house.
Catch
What
it.
would you like to do?
Catch it.
So the last time that explosion happened, a lot of damage was dealt to the house, wasn't it? The
A
whole thing
third
began-
of the house is gone. There is a crater where it was. The floor, the building, the hole in the floor, which the Augustaster was already starting to make, is now a complete hole, and your friends are trying to find a way out of it. You reckon that this is going to cause significant damage to a lot of people.
Yes. Okay. So I am mindful that Stampy is upstairs.
Oh my god.
Overdue. But you know, that's beyond.
How did you make one that looks like the animation? How did that happen?
That is really impressive. Yeah.
So what I think I'm going to do, Stampy will be fine. Stampy has been through far worse than this. What I would like to do is, yes, I would like to cast Scatter if I see Prosperous running towards somewhere that looks safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take all of us and warp us to where Prosperous is running to.
Oh ho. Talk me through how Scatter works, because I get confused by Scatter.
So if the creature is unwilling, they have to make a Wiz save.
Is everyone willing?
Mm-hmm.
Don't
I
say
must
that
be-
with a maggot with a hole in its mouth around.
And I must be able to see the space, and it must be within 20 foot of me. It must be on the ground or on a floor. So I can't transport people into the air.
You went quite a significant way up. Are you going to fly down to get close enough to scatter everyone effectively to the same point?
Yes.
So instead of you going everyone out, you're going everyone in.
Yes.
Great. If Scatter can do that, I'm fine with that.
So bits of parchment and quills and things will sort of erupt around everyone, and you will instantly sort of be teleported to the same place mid-run towards where Prosperous is going.
Great. Lovely stuff. If everyone's willing, then from standing, sitting, flying through the air, you suddenly all get pulled. Are you going as well, Hux?
I will be flying, yes. I
Flying
can scatter
down.
myself too, I believe. Yes.
I can scatter myself.
Do we see any other creatures in here? I still have Bigby's hand up. Can I punch one while I'm...
In the tunnel?
Yeah.
What is your passive perception? Because you can't roll one.
Now, my eyebrows are quite large. My passive perception is 12. I can't see past my own eyebrows, Chris.
I'm afraid you can't see shit in this tunnel.
Okay, well, we'll just leave Bigby's hand where it is in that case.
You're going to leave it hovering
just
over
hovering.
the body.
Yeah. In fact, I might make it guard the hole that we're going into.
So it floats
So I'll have
behind
it-
you, sort of going
yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
That'll scare him off.
As you do this, up from above, you do hear and you saw the coming over, at which point, it's so many dice. I love doing this. None of you can see it, it's just for me. It's 26 d6. I will share that with you.
Nice.
The building will fail its dexterity saving throw.
I think there's a bardic loot that allows you to mend buildings.
Why doesn't the building take the dodge action?
Yeah.
Noob building, doesn't know how to play.
Chris, your sound is on. I heard all those dice.
Oh.
You're welcome. Right. 106 points of damage. There is an almighty explosion, the second one, except this time there's no like bits of ground sort of above you to protect you from the onslaught. The building above you, the portion of it that you can see, explodes in a ball of fire bigger than anything that any of you have ever seen. It is the biggest explosion any of you have ever experienced in your lives. The house itself is going to start raining down bits of discarded house, collapsing inward into the hole underneath it as the whole thing is now falling apart. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Plus how much?
Plus 5.
Yeah, you're all
Plus
within 5 of
2d4.
Prosperous. 2d4 plus 5, because Prosperous is there, and you've got the bless, and you've got the emboldening bond.
2d4 plus 5. Awesome.
Yeah.
26.
Yep.
Oh,
34.
Hang on.
23.
It's not easy being cheesy.
Wow! 21.
Nice.
I got 2 4s on the 4 on the.
This is where we find out the DC is like 30.
32.
Yeah, Furrow is fine. No, he's not 30. That'd be cruel. Go on, David. What was yours?
34.
Thank you. Everyone except for. Hang on, you're a Rogger, aren't you, Furrow? So you take nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else takes half because everyone else passed. Right.
We still have the Bondy warding bond thing up, right?
We do.
So that means I take a quarter, and then P takes an extra quarter.
What
Oh,
was
good.
the full amount.
Oh no.
I haven't been told yet.
Okay. I was like, gosh, what am I having? Okay.
So the full amount of falling debris would have been 15, but none of you took that.
Fine.
You will all take 7 points of damage, of which P, you take an extra.
I take an extra 3 and David just takes 3. So I'm down.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, Lord. Oh, well.
Ow! Wait, P!
I mean, you could have swapped in for me, David. You've got hit points.
I'm not mettering.
You could still do it now, and I would allow it.
That's much more heroic if I get P up having gone down.
Oh.
Rather than mettering that I understand how
Your own abilities work.
stuff
Just
works.
use the ability if it's going to save everyone's lives. It's up to you. I'm not telling you how to play your character.
I'm literally going to heal everybody on my turn anyway, but
Do that.
sure. It won't make any difference because it's fine.
Well, good. Prosperous just like falls to the floor, covered in goo.
And that's the thing that will in character motivate me to heal everybody up.
Oh, lovely. Okay, fine. Prosperous collapses in the doorway. You can still all get through, not as in like blocking the doorway.
You're just all gonna run over me.
Yeah.
No!
Absolutely.
Attend administrate.
Right. Viorica, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Constitution, you say? Is this... Oh, no, because Prosperous is down?
Yeah, no, you don't get the +5 while I'm unconscious.
Oh, okay. No, don't do that.
You still get I think
2d4. That's not.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Process was inside the thing, so we're dealing with that on Process's turn separately. Hux, you were never vomited on, were you?
I don't believe so, no.
Don't think so. No.
Oh, so I'm still okay. Fine. So in total. Oh wait, what?
On a con save.
My sword stops glowing
8.
because I'm unconscious.
Plus 2d4 still.
My total. So I rolled a 5. I have a -1, and I rolled 4 on the 2d4.
Cool. You take the full extra damage, and this is now the 1, 2, third turn you would have taken it. So this will be the last turn that you take it, because I rolled that last time. Got to keep track of all these things. 14 points of acid and necrotic damage.
Oh, now I think I've got resistance to necrotic damage for a start.
Interesting.
Because of my life well tattoo.
Interesting. Then in which case it is 8 plus half of that, 3, 11.
So yep, that's me on. That's me on 1 hit point. I'm glad I read through my stuff again.
That's amazing. That's great.
What happened to your temporary hit points I give you?
They've gone.
Oh.
I was on 19 to start with. I've just had 18 taken off.
They're gone, sir. They're all gone. Good. Viora, it's your turn. You have 1 hit point. The building above you is definitely collapsing now. The tunnel ahead of you looks like it's very unstable.
Okay, so the thing is, I don't have any.
Want to roll a perception check and see what's down the corridor?
Yes.
It would take your action.
Mm-hmm.
I remind you that a rogue fled down here.
Yeah.
Surely Aldrin can just see it, whatever it is.
It's true, Aldrin. You look down the corridor and there's nothing there. I am just fucking dead.
Thank God you're here, Aldrin.
Aldrin can see all the colours of the wind.
Fine. Oh, I don't want to do that either. Okay, I am going to.
Smells like blue.
Does Bless stay on me, Chris, or does that drop? Technically, Aldrin's still conscious.
Fascinating conversation. Aldrin, does Bless specify that creatures are conscious?
I have looked up the rules around emboldening Beyond, and that stays.
Yeah, it doesn't specify you have to be conscious. So I presume as long as you concentrate on it.
What was your question then?
Well, I looked up emboldening Bond, and that one stays because it's not based on consciousness or
Then
not.
they both stay. If it doesn't specifically say the creature has to be conscious for it to maintain, then of course not.
Fine.
Great. Ed, there's nothing down that corridor. I was fucking with you, but it is collapsing. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself to be a little bit.
Prosperous is down.
All right, I will cast Healing Word on Prosperous.
I have got this.
Everyone's so predictable.
Yorica would be, would like to be better than that. Hang on. So you get 13.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Points back.
You are prone, technically.
Great.
Don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
It's I feel like the more healing points we can get on everything, the better we can do.
Sure.
I don't feel like Viarca is going to head down the tunnel themselves first off.
A piece of masonry falls really close behind you with a very damp squelch.
Okay. I don't need to be told more than 3 times. I'll start moving. I'll start moving and go, come on.
Saying in a turn-based economy, fucking move.
Got it. Cool. Okay, well, I can't dash, so 30 feet down the tunnel I go.
Sure. Off you topped. Cool. Down the corridor. Aldrin, it's your turn.
Sure. Well, I was going to do this to P, but P is now up, isn't it? It's less
Barely.
dramatic. Your P is prone still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris, I'll explain what I want to do, and you tell me if it's possible.
Is this like a Mike thing where you're going to make a bunch of innuendo?
I mean, it's going to involve tossing balls, but probably not. What I'd like to do is utilize the bonus action channel divinity to heal people as much as possible.
The Balm of Peace thing where you can basically move around people really fast and heal them all.
Yeah, the plan was then to use the action to put Ostelik's Resilient Sphere on P, and then sort of push.
I can walk on my own.
Yeah, but the thing is, the sphere is impervious, and P is pretty big. So having the impervious thing that can't be harmed as a kind of thing to wedge along would make more sense than it being Aldrin. But Aldrin is more than happy to sphere himself.
Who's gonna push it, David?
You can run on it from the inside. Yeah, you can have
I'm at the front and very badly hurt.
All right.
Fine. Do you want to be the sphere?
Yes.
All right. Wait. How big is the sphere?
The sphere is as small as it possibly can be to encapsulate the creature inside.
For me, that dictates, therefore, that you could make it, for example, fit in this tunnel without, like, blasting through the side of it or being too big to fit inside the tunnel. You can sort of, if someone's crunched down, because Viorica has to hunch down to go through the tunnel. Viorica can't go like, la la la. It's very much a sort of running down head cover, because Viorica's also a string bean, so very tall. I would allow that you can therefore make it so that it won't be an issue. That's fine.
Sweet. Yeah, anything large or smaller.
Progress is on the floor.
I want fan out of Viorica as a hamster.
Viorica's halfway. Is halfway. Viorica's getting in down the corridor, and you're right there. Are you going to cast it on Viorica?
Yep, I will before I cast the spell though, simply because it's pretty clear nothing physical objects, energy, or other spell effects. So I will do the healing before I cast the spell if that's possible.
Now, Balm of Peace, the whole point is that you move very quickly around people. Everyone can get benefit of the healing. You can go 60 feet with it because it doubles your movement speed. So you could go up to Viorica and back again, or do you want to stay near Viorica after you've hamster balled him?
Because you could do the other 3 and then move up to me and then stay there.
Yeah, I think that would make the most sense.
Cool.
And I'll sort of hold the ball as if it was at the, somebody's going to take a field goal and just run up and punt.
You can't pick the ball up. It is as big as this corridor.
For flavour. It's weightless.
It is as big as this corridor.
Sure.
So you can actually, yeah.
As far as possible, this is just a flavour thing. Be like, get the bar.
With me inside it.
No, you can breathe. It's fine.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I can make noise?
Yeah.
Is it concentration? So it does bless drop?
I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it's concentration. Yeah, bless was probably about 1 round from going anyway, to be honest.
It's been around for a while, that's true.
It's been around a while. So, you can use your action to push against the sphere's walls and roll it up to half the speed. Similarly, the globe can be picked up and moved by other creatures.
You can keep pushing it.
And it can only be destroyed by a disintegrate spell or me losing concentration.
This is very true.
So essentially, I'm making you into a wall for me to hide behind.
Sold. Absolutely sold. Viorica is quite sort of unnerved by the whole, what is this? What have you done? Because I'm assuming this is a 7. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. But what level spell is this?
4th.
Oh, so I might have seen it. But anyway, it's quite unnerving all the same. What's going on?
What colour's your ball?
Very direct question.
Yes.
I mean,
obvious.
I imagine it being sort of, like the same color of those big Zorb balls.
Yes. Yes. Is it a Zorb ball?
Effectively, yes.
That's fine by me. Cool.
Wow.
You Zorb
Viorica. You should see a doctor about that.
You Zorb Viorica. Fine. Right. Good.
And in terms of the healing that people take that I could get within range.
Is it 1 roll for all of them, or is it 1 roll every time?
In the darkness by.
That's kind of up to you. I think when you move within 5 feet of any other creature during this action, you can restore 2d6 plus 5.
Cool. So therefore, every time.
You want me to make a separate.
You can only do it once per person anyway.
Yeah.
So roll 2d6 plus 5 for each of them, because that way your average chance of getting higher is better. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless you roll super well on the first one, you want to get a count for all of them, in which case I'm fine with that too.
Well, let's see. Who's first?
Well, Viorica's last. Everyone else is within 5 feet of you, so go to town.
Let's say that's Rory. Enjoy your 8.
Nice.
You can roll all of them, David. That's not very high.
9.
This is not good.
Who gets 9?
Who gets 9?
That'll be P, I think.
Yeah.
And then Huxley gets 6 + 5, 11.
Yeah.
And then Viorica. I mean, it's not a big healing. It's just
it'll do. It's
not
plenty.
dying.
Yeah.
Viorica gets 11 as well.
Rolling ball
Thank
becomes
you.
better than average. Good.
And then Sphered.
Sphered.
And Prosperous is still face down in the dirt. Just left P there.
I was imagining more like just a heap. Because the
like,
armor
heal,
goes like straight
healing,
down.
healing. Oh, you're still.
Is there a visual to Bomber Piece with you? Is it like a sort of like skipping between different combatants or something?
Smacking everyone on the forehead.
Effectively, it's this kind of it's this kind of you gotta heal.
Exactly.
Thanks, Aldrin. I'm feeling much better. I'll be up in a sec.
Thanks, Aldrin.
About time we all got out of here. We can use Viorica's sphere as a sort of blocking mechanism and such.
What? Are they going to hit me first then?
You'll be fine.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, Aldrin just thinks probably, then realizes that telepathy is still up.
Throwaway.
If I should die, think only this of me. I'll be back to get you.
Thanks, Blackadder. Throwaway, I'm going to presume, unless you tell me otherwise, that you are running down the tunnel.
Yes.
In front
the
of me.
intention is to get away. I am quite quick, though.
You can't get around the ball. It's one of those days.
You can push the ball.
Yeah, you can just push me
push the
ahead.
ball.
You
push
would
the
that
ball.
be half movement, or does it not make a difference?
It's weightless. So.
Oh, beautiful! I can push you 80 feet then.
Right.
Ed, roll a dex save.
Yeah, no, totally. That's completely correct. That is complete. Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm annoyed. I'm so good at dex. 17.
You sort of like spider monkey on the side.
What are you doing? This is not helpful.
Log rolling.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
At least warn me first.
Prosperous, I'm assuming that you're getting up and dashing.
Yeah, although getting up kills half my movement, doesn't it?
It does, but then at 15 feet, you dash 30 feet. You're still, like, you're not keeping up, but you are keeping up with Aldrin right now because initiative is kind of pointless at this point. Huxley, are you running full bore as well?
I'm still flying. I could dimension door whoever's looking slow, and like they've just been.
You are all moving as a unit. No, because Prosperous is with Aldrin because of turn-based combat, and Huxley, you can fly, so you can easily move up with all of them. I will make everyone's life easy. I have one roll to make. It's an important roll, and then we'll see what happens. Okay?
Okay.
Don't worry, if it looks like we're gonna die, I'll take us back to Baldur's Gate, which might bugger the campaign slightly, but the important thing is our characters will be
But turn
fine.
the sound off.
I might have screwed you slightly because I don't know if me and Viorica are close enough anymore. Does it just be you three that would escape me and Viorica?
Bye.
You might have screwed us.
You can't currently. Oh, you can because you can drop the thingy to drop. It doesn't matter. There is another explosion behind you, and the tunnel behind you is filling in, and you are able to make your way through the tunnel and out. I rolled the damage on the attack, and it wasn't enough to cause. Although, as you run, you will keep hearing every 6 seconds or so, and
All at the house or at the town as well.
you don't know. You're underground. From underground, it sounds like a sort of dull. There's a vague, dull thumping noise every time one of them impacts, and you can feel the tunnel quivering around you. And there's more and more water pouring out from the walls and the side, but you feel like it's probably not going to collapse. The smuggler appears to have done quite a good job of making things that'll last because they need them.
They're really trying to like explode us.
Yep.
I hope Andy didn't just hover around the explodey bit. And
Your unit
It'll be fine.
who was there the entire time.
Even part of this.
Andy.
Is Andy in the?
No, Andy was flying above the house.
And Andy was in the Raries.
Yeah.
What? The Raries?
Telepathic bond.
No, but I can talk to Andy.
Oh, of course. You'll just get. Have you seen the fireworks? Woo! That is some.
They're literally trying to kill us by exploding us to death.
Yeah, I can see that.
You could sound less excited about it.
It's so cool. Chinese. Squishy really likes them too.
Okay.
Squishy.
We'll see you when we get out of this tunnel.
Do you need me to come find you?
I'll let you know where we are when we get out of this tunnel.
Yeah.
You got it.
Just don't get hit by one of those things.
Please. It's literally the sign off.
Love it.
The tunnel will eventually, it goes quite a long way. It will eventually open out. It doesn't so much, it does a slow rise and then opens out, and you come out in the bog. You're not sure where you are. If you look back about 100 feet, you can see the wreckage of Tolstov Keep, and it has been razed. Yes, Huxley?
Do we see Stampy just hovering above it?
I think Stampy would currently be consumed by flames, but Stampy takes no damage from real things, so Stampy's sort of floating around in the fire, grinning evilly.
I see two little Google eyes just through the flames. Yeah. Okay.
Stampy is just quietly whistling through the fire and the flames. It's fine. It's definitely fine.
It can stay there, it's fine. Do we see what is firing at the keep? Is it still firing?
No, it's stopped. It is now, like, twilight has fallen, and there is quite a significant amount of light coming from the keep, and it looks like the village next to it, not unscathed. There are people running around putting out fires, but it's not like a blaze. They're getting on with it. No, Aldrin saw it earlier, and Huxley, you saw it earlier as well. The shots were being fired from the sea.
I feel like you're going to need to have another word with your sibling, Viorica.
Right. Keen to. Hoping he wasn't involved in that. If he was, I was going to say he's dead to me, but no, that's already happened.
He's an artificer, though, isn't he? Maybe he,
Yes, and he really likes guns.
built the gun.
Pretty suspicious. Oh, well.
Well, he's your brother. You know he's compensating, so that's something.
The memories.
Do you want to head back towards the town? Do you want to head out towards the
Look,
breakwater?
I know we're all tired, and I'm covered in sludge. I'm really not thrilled about it. And I know that we're quite close to dying, but I really don't think we should let the evil wizard get away.
No, very much with you. Also, as long as this lasts, I'm fine, I think.
Yeah, but the resource on the other end is it might be quite helpful with them thinking we're dead.
So you think sneaky?
Yeah, rushing after them kind of gives away the only card that we're left with, which is not dead.
But it would be good if we knew where they went.
Well, they went to...
You've got Andy and someone who can see for chuffing miles. Put those two together, I feel like we might be able to figure out where they've gone.
Yeah. Aldrin on an alicorn.
Andy can condescend for me to ride.
Oh, yeah. Andy loves being ridden. Just take care of the octopus I appear to have adopted.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna whistle for Andy.
Andy will appear within about 5 minutes. Hey guys! Oh my! Oh you! Woo! That is fruity.
Yep.
Oh boy!
If you stand here for long enough, eventually you just stop smelling it.
No,
I think my sinuses have melted.
That it's gaining new levels every minute.
Let's not discuss it. No one here can fix it, so.
No one is riding me right now. I'm just putting that out there.
No, Aldrin needs to. It's important.
No.
I will wash you. I will give you the best bath you've ever had.
Huxley, can you clean Aldrin, please?
I can certainly shape water towards him, yes. Come on, dear. And I'll shape some of the
surely.
swamp water towards you. I think that's the only thing at my disposal. So
even smellier.
You're going to get swamped.
Was anyone in a particular need of some healing and such?
Aldrin, it hasn't really helped with the necrotic ooze. It's sort of liquefied bits of it which made it run, and the pond water that Huxley's using is also not so fresh and so clean. So If anything, it's worse.
I mean, I don't feel fantastic, but I'm not dead, so...
Here.
I'm just gonna hustle Aldrin onto Andy while Andy's distracted.
Andy's just there going, I hate every minute.
I'll let you keep the octopus.
Squishy will look back at you, big eyes, big wide open eyes.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, you're Andy's pet now. I know. Do you want to leave? I'm gonna try and release the octopus. No. Okay. All right. This feels like the most important thing we could be doing right now.
I'm sorry, I'm still being the octopus. Right. Nothing. Yeah. Aldrin, do you fly off on Andy?
Yeah, let's see where the land lies, and then we can discuss the best use of our resources and stuff.
Do you want to go to where the things were coming from?
Can I come with you? If I'm in a... Actually, I don't know if an oiler's ball. Doesn't matter.
It's not quite as stealthy.
No. It only lasts a minute.
There's a fake pop, and Viorica, are you currently standing sensibly?
Are we finished? That was really fun.
Your feet
better.
Your feet are getting damp as well. Insult to injury.
Let me just if Rory had the right idea about this not being seen as far as possible and such, I'll just speak my armor's command word, and insofar as possible, just have it try and look sort of feathery, like sky camo. Like it's just like Andy's just very bushy suddenly.
Nice.
Okay.
Roll with it.
Sky camo is not feathery, it is white and grey. It doesn't matter. Right, good. You and Andy both have a bit of sky camo. Why not? It will give you no numerical advantage.
Flavor.
Would you like to roll me a perception check as you and Andy fly in the direction of where the things came from and everyone else just stands around waiting, I guess?
Sure. It's not going to beat my passive.
Do you want to roll it and see? It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll roll it and see. I don't think it can beat my passive.
Oh, because of all the add-ons that are passive. Yeah. Sure.
So the roll would have been a 31. My passive is 36.
Fine.
I'd need a nat 20 to meet it.
In terms of timing, Chris, Andy flies 90 feet around. So if dashing, 180 feet.
Andy flies 90 feet around if Andy's trying to be stealthy, surely.
Yes, yeah. But
Can you
still
roll me a
90
stealth
feet.
check?
It's still pretty good. Oh,
It's
no.
awesome. Yeah. What's happened?
Stealth check for Andy.
Oh.
Do you want a stealth check from me as well?
12?
I think you're on the back of a flying horse. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I wish you were rolling instead of me.
Think stealth, run stealth.
12.
Think stealth, run stealth.
Andy is very flashy.
It's true, but also they're aware that there's been an alicorn flying around. They've not really seen it interact with any of you, so they don't really know what's going on with it. You don't need to think, so they're going, this must be the worst. Andy will fly you over towards the Breakwater Keep, which was pointed out to you. It is clearly under construction. So for those of you who don't know, a Breakwater Keep is a artificial island, usually built on a spit of rock or a small piece of rock that is then built out into some kind of bulwark or bastion. The idea usually is to protect ships coming into a harbour, which is meaningless in this swampy terrain. However, as the siblings described to you in the last episode, which we filmed a long time ago, so I'll remind you, they are using it, their parent was using it as a potential place to start trade from, maybe even have like a sort of fishing harbour built out there. And you can see the beginnings of a harbour being built around that space. There is a large tower, and at the base of the tower, there appear to be strange-looking metal sheeting that appears to surround the tower, and there's also a dome on top of it. As Andy flies you quite high up and quite far away, and he's keeping a very good distance from this place, so if it gets pointed out, there's a Pegasus up there, it'll be... you don't see a huge number of people moving around there. It looks relatively deserted.
I'll relay this as much as possible telepathically.
The explosions definitely came from there. I saw the little, that's where the things came from.
Any of y'all think we should maybe take a closer look, or we got enough to go on in terms of where we need to be headed at this point in time?
Don't risk.
From your vantage point, Aldrin, with a 36, you'll see everything. The water leading up to the breakwater there are points where it is quite shallow, but there would be some swimming required to get there unless you all flew over or used some kind of magic, which is like magic, but cooler. The breakwater itself, the keep, it is under construction. There are loads of points of entry into it, and you don't see like tons of guards or anything like that, so you don't feel like it would be a huge issue. You see that there is one ship, seems to sort of like slightly tucked in around the back or something like that. There is a bit of activity on that. It looks like it's being crewed and cargoed. The crew look to be pirates. There's a lot of like, jaunty hats and stuff like that. They don't look like naval officers is what I'm trying to say. Like they look more like bandits who've got a ship, that sort of thing. You don't see anyone you recognize from this height though, even with a 34.
Okay.
But that's around the back of the breakwater, so it's not in the harbour section of the breakwater, which is still under construction. And this tower's sort of in the middle.
Are just they look like they're
getting ready to leave.
But yeah, so they're part of the same crew.
Presumably, you don't know.
Yeah. Or at least interacting with them in some way.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that looks about the size of it. Andy, would you be so kind as to bring us back to the others?
No problem.
In this moment of us not necessarily doing anything,
sure.
I'm just going to put my arm around Foray, being very careful not to touch any of his skin with my skin, and like lean on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will do my best.
Yeah, roll me a strength check. Why not?
I can do this. I can do this.
6.
Something buckles, I assume.
If he starts to go, I'll quickly take my own weight back. I'm not putting all my weight on him. I understand Foray.
Nothing embarrassing happens. Just, Foray takes your weight for all of 10 seconds, and then you
just hear like a
well,
like a small mouse dying.
If we're gonna die, at least we'll die together.
Yeah, we need to reassess before. Like, I took a shot at that creature and didn't even flinch. Like, we can't go in half-cocked on this one.
Okay. We are currently half-cocked. I am half-cocked.
Speak for yourself.
Who looks the worst out of Prosperous and Viorica?
In terms of percentage, I imagine it's Prosperous, but I'm on 12.
25.
I can give you some of my health if you'd like it.
No, that's a terrible idea. If I can heal him.
We'll be
he
fine.
Needs it.
I think in this moment while we're doing nothing, Liz is going to remove this beard because I've eaten about half of it, and I'm committed to the bit. But
yeah,
are you
I feel
keeping?
like I've had enough roughage for
Are you
today.
keeping the eyebrows though?
Depends how it looks. We'll see.
Just eyebrows might be a bit much, but yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh, that's badass. That's amazing.
Oh, keep that look, Liz.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That's for special occasions, that one.
I thought you'd slathered yourself in whatever that stuff's called, the sticky moustache glue. Is that only on your eyebrows?
It's double-sided sticky tape.
Oh, fine.
Works surprisingly well.
Oh no!
They're
It's like a quizzical muppet.
I think that's fair. Oh, that one looked like it was.
The tape's still there.
That one's stayed on.
There we go. Liz, you're back.
Hi. Hi. I don't know who that weirdo was, but hey.
They were awesome.
I mean, they ate half their beard. Real look. So, while there's this pause happening, is anyone healing each other?
I'd certainly like to.
I can do a fair bit.
You're not there.
I could heal someone.
Are you going to?
I mean, if we're gonna go and assault this place right now, I only have 2 spell slots left, so should probably save them.
I've got a couple left. I can definitely do a 3rd level healing word on someone.
I think we'd be better off just killing that half an hour to an hour and just doing a short rest if we're going to start popping out healing spells.
An hour?
Can we do that?
My goodness me.
That doesn't sound like a good plan.
Don't fall for it, Ed. Don't fall for it.
An hour of artillery fire.
Is this Foray like sitting on the ground and going like, it's not a good idea, like everyone chill?
Yeah. We'll catch up with the plot at some point. It'll be fine.
Suddenly, Foray, you see black. Everyone else, Foray is still there. You don't notice any difference.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to go to break.
Right. Fine.
And Aldrin is not there. No. Thank you. Good. Right.
Aldrin's in your mind.
Even when he's not there, he can still see you.
The question is, was that actual plot or was that just punishment for threatening to slow down the plot?
No, that was actual plot. But you will have to wait and see what happens in 5-10 minutes when we come back from the break. See you all. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, my. Oh.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, Check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com. And welcome back, everyone. So, before the break, the party managed to escape the exploding building, shelled to pieces by some hideous weapon that the Telstar seem to have built on their breakwater keep. And Aldrin is currently on Andy doing a quick recce of the situation, trying to get a better sense of what is happening, and has noted that the keep appears to be relatively deserted, but there appears to be a crew of pirates or something of that description crewing up a ship to do something from the breakwater. You don't really know. Either way, you are all getting ready for an assault, even though your sorry selves are very, very, very low on spell slots, health, all the rest of it, after your quite gargantuan encounter with a maggot the size of a building. Yes. As I described, as you're all sat around thinking of what to do and taking 5-10 minutes, a breather, before you head on to the next part of this adventure, Furry, your vision suddenly goes black. Everyone, from your perspective, Foray hasn't moved, nothing has changed, but Foray, you can suddenly see and hear nothing. There's no pomp or circumstance to this. There is suddenly a gigantic figure standing in front of you. It has the cloven feet, the hooves of some kind of ram or similar, but its upper torso, a bloated humanoid shape, and its face, a skull-like mask. You don't recognize this figure, but potentially you recognize something about the mask, as it's very similar to the ones that the disciples were wearing in Golden Fields during all of that malarkey. Standing before you is Orcus.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Furrow doesn't think it's real right now. So he's just sort of like, I wouldn't say cocky, but just like stoic, watching, waiting. What's this vision? What's this play on my mind going to be this time?
I promised someone I'd do this.
Orcus will fling his hand out and your sheriff's badge will clatter to the ground in front of you.
I wasn't under the impression that was mine anymore.
She wanted you to have it. I don't fucking know.
See, for a second there, I questioned how on earth Ephemera might have managed to get you to do something on her behalf. But, well, I'm also not surprised at the same time.
August will step forward and in a swift motion grab you by the neck and lift you up.
Don't talk back to me, you piece of shit.
If you try and talk, August's hand will just squeeze your neck and anything you would say would come out as a gurgled rasp.
You're gonna fucking die. I'm not gonna speed that process up right now because I can't. But I don't need to. You and your paladin friend, and your bard friend, and all of you fucking do-gooders. This is your fucking fault. Do you realize that? Do you have any fucking idea what you've done? Don't like making deals. We need to stop this guy. Right. If you do, I'll make it less painful. How's that for a deal? I'm not going to take it away. I'm not going to stop. I can't let him get there before I do.
The hand grip will lessen slightly. It's the most of an invitation to speak you'll ever get.
Or is he going to let him stew for a little bit? It looks like he's thinking. I mean, I'm going to continue on my path. Doesn't have to be a deal. Because, to be honest, I don't really need a black spot of helping Orcus on my CV, to be honest. But if our paths are aligned in some perverted happenstance, then I guess that's where we're at right now.
Fine. Just want you to know this is your fault, right?
That's fine. I'm not here to please you.
He will drop you.
Anyway, there's your fucking badge.
Yeah. And we'll, turn to go. That's all he'll do unless you stop him.
Voro's just gonna sort of lean back on wherever he was sat originally. I'm assuming he's still in that body position, or sit himself back up after being dropped, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna go into his pocket, pull out a pouch, sort of wang a bit of acid gulp off it, open it up, and just roll himself a cigarette. And just watch him walk away. That kind of sealed the deal. He just said, well, I guess I'm already dead.
There is a sullenness to Orcus anyway. He clearly didn't want to be here, didn't want to do this, but he's just pissed off.
He just like a moody teenager.
I was thinking of a Luciferian toddler that was just
not far
waddling away.
You dealt with that far better than I would have done.
As he fades away, you blink and you are where you were. You haven't moved, nothing's changed. Your sheriff's badge, your old sheriff's badge, glints at you from the floor.
had an otherworldly delivery.
Of what?
Do you mean a baby?
Because I've had many messages.
I guess that probably works. He's gonna lean over, stub the cigarette out and pick the badge up and go, "Do you recognise this?" This is sort of directed towards Prosperous and Viorica.
Isn't that...
What you gave up?
Did you give it up, or did she just take it in a sort of rude fashion? Do you need it anymore?
Well, I didn't think so, and I doubt it, but the more interesting factor or piece of information that's come to light is, one, Ephemera has got Orcus round the ball sacks, and two, Orcus came and said hello to me and delivered.
Came and said Orcus was here and gave you a present.
Yeah, tried to play with me, choked me out for a little bit.
Great.
There's a lot to unpack there. What?
Are you sure that you aren't hallucinating? Because we definitely didn't see anything.
Aldrin, you can return at any point during this you want to. It's fine.
And I mean, I know, like, I'm not saying that you are hallucinating, Aldrin, Frore, but, like, it's been quite a long day, and maybe you just had a spare sheriff's badge that was in your pocket.
Well, maybe and no.
Because if Orcus was here, that's kind of terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think potentially...
Hold up. Orcus is here?
No, well, not technically here, but in my mind.
It might have been a hallucination, but they did apparently return a sheriff's badge.
Huxley, please tag in at any point. You may have some kind of...
I'm still stuck on the extra planar delivery that you mentioned earlier. I received
yes.
letters while at Blackwater Academy. None of them came from other planes. But from what I gather, and Aldrin will probably know more than I, when contacted, you tend to be among everyone else, but your soul gets taken elsewhere, and that has a conversation with whomever you are communing with. That's just my interpretation of the sacred text. But of course, Aldrin, please do confirm.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Hux. My intellectual understanding of the theorizing of deifying and so forth is more that it's just God's doing God stuff in the way that Gods do. I have no doubt that you are correct on this matter, but as far as I know, some things just outside of our ability to 100% ascertain. But being visited by a god you don't worship, that is a new one in my book.
You're not worshipping Orcus, right, Foray?
Have you
No,
met
and
Orcus
more...
before?
I haven't, myself, Prosperous, and Viorica having a form.
I mean, Orcus spoke to me a while ago pretending to be Shantea. Fat chance of me not seeing through that. But he didn't give me a present.
Well, no, and to be honest, there's mixed feelings towards this, because if Ephemera's passed it to me, I can't help but feel in some form or fashion there was a place of forgiveness, which is, a warm thought, or just a proceeding of continual bullying. Or, yeah, I'd like to think the other one, but also confirmation that I'm already dead in some form from Orcus. So, I'm real playing with, like...
Technically, we're all already dead. We're just, taking our time to get there.
The temptation to play that card with him was quite high, but I thought, and he was choking me, so I couldn't speak. But
he was choking? Good God.
Yeah, well, I was snarky, and it backfired immediately.
He's not still here, right?
I don't believe so, but...
Behind the bush.
Would Orcus...
No, he's not still here, no.
Would Orcus in any form or fashion be classed as a god?
It's a demon lord, not a. Sorry.
It's kind of similar levels of power there.
It's like the opposite of a god. Like, you know, a god is someone you can rely on, and a demon lord is someone you can not rely on in any shape apart from to be what they are, which is, you know, bad.
On the theme of non-reliance, Aldrin, do you have any way of checking this badge to see if it has been corrupted in any way, whether we are taking Orcus with us on wherever we go?
Yeah, it would be good.
I can take a look if you want me to. For it's your badge, it's your call.
You're welcome to have a look. I believe the fate of the badge has already been sealed. In my eyes, anyway.
In what way?
In a way of it'll be getting thrown in the air, and I will shoot a hole through it.
That sounds like it's going to be really satisfying.
Don't ask
Not
Viorica to
unless
shoot, because I know Viorica.
Or we could play the game and I pretend it's an apple again.
No.
We could do that. No, let's not.
No. Veto.
Give me a barn door. I might be all right.
Please, and you'll pass it.
Folks with your loud noises and stuff. What kind of? I mean, I'm going to be looking at it mundanely. I don't know if we have enough time. Then I would detect magic as a ritual. If we don't, then
you don't know how much time you have.
Well, it's not. It's. I'll have a look at it mundanely. I'll see if I can sense anything kind of religiously unusual from it. If I sense enough from it that's worth casting the spell, I'll cast the spell.
Okay. If you do, you take the badge from Foray, you touch it.
Yeah.
You lot are so predictable.
Well, I saw something coming, but Aldrin would.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh. +5.
+5.
That's
Please
26.
Yes.
26.
Yeah.
As you touch it, you can feel a wave of magic wash over you. No visual effect, just like a sort of something just happened, but you managed to resist it.
Nothing else.
You managed to resist it. It is a sheriff's badge. It looks like it's seen some wear and tear. It looks quite mundane.
Can I sense what the magic would do to me if I didn't resist it?
I mean, Arcana check.
Ooh.
Might I be able to assist? I don't know if this is just an Arcana check.
Go on, Huxley, touch it as well. Touch it as well.
You wouldn't have seen anything obvious.
Don't touch it, Hux.
But it looks so shiny. Might I? No, I won't.
This ain't my thing. I'll guidance myself. I'm not going to faff around with borrowed knowledge because no.
Running low on spell slots, if anything.
Yeah. Exactly. That's honestly better than it could have been with a +1. That's an 18.
Some kind of enchantment, presumably to control you or give you some kind of directive or something like that.
Yep, for it, I would say throwing this thing in the air and shooting a hole through it might not be such a bad plan. There's a ton of pretty pervasive magic coming off of it.
Sounds Orcusy to me.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on it, Chris?
Can you what?
Cast Dispel Magic on it.
You've got 2 spell slots if you want to cast a spell.
Yes, but we can't just leave this here for someone else to pick up.
Shame.
Do you explain
Very prospering.
Do you explain the nature of the enchantment, or just
it
say
appears to be looking to compel an individual or take over their faculties in some way, shape, or form? I would say perhaps we can give it to branch fingers, or but it's pretty powerful stuff.
It's fine.
Kind of want to let go of it pretty soon because I'm struggling to hold this bag.
Give it to me. I can't be charmed. In fact, neither can you, since you're stood within 10 feet of me.
So we're fine.
Man, I'll be a charm.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on it. Do you need me to roll a wisdom save? I literally cannot be charmed.
I'm wondering if it is. I don't think it is a charm effect, but it doesn't matter because you can dispel it. As you touch it and dispel it, what level are you casting Dispel Magic at?
The only level I have, 3rd.
You can roll for it then.
What am I rolling? Charisma?
Your charisma plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, God.
I think. Something like that, isn't it, Dave?
Don't fail me, dice. That's an 18.
It's more than enough, yeah. It's a 5th level spell. It's Gaius. Or Geese, or however you want to pronounce it. You touch it, and there's a faint sort of... like it's almost like it smolders a little bit and then stops. You've dispelled. You know you've dispelled whatever was on it.
And then I'm going to look up for a bit. Are you ready? I'll flick it into the air.
Yeah, just...
No roll required. No roll required.
Bullet straight through. So that item, I'm assuming that was some kind of attempt at an insurance to the second part of what Orcus and I had a very, normal conversation. Turns out our goals are aligned.
What?
He wants what we want.
I don't understand how my brother isn't on the same side as Orcus.
Was there a catch?
I didn't play it. I just stated our goals are the same. How unfortunate, but I'm not going to play deal.
So you didn't make a deal?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Good,
Okay.
good. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I've been trapped in clever twists of fate before. I know when to keep my mouth shut.
Good.
I would be currently insighting to see if you had been mind controlled in the same way that I know you haven't been, but yeah, Aldrin would be looking to see if you've been controlled in the same way that the badge was designed to do.
Roll it, it's fine.
30.
I don't think you could pass that, could you, Mike? No.
No.
No. Ferrari is not mind controlled in any way.
Aldrin looks with a measure of respect for the amount of will that would be required to resist this level of power.
Doesn't affect Ferrari, but it's irrelevant. Cool. You all, as you are standing here having this conversation, become aware, as it has started to rain, that once again the rain is stopping in midair around you. You can all see it happening.
More gods?
You will note that there are 3 figures standing amongst you. Quite a tall, lithe elf, a short halfling, and a...
like a particularly short halfling or just a halfling?
Just a halfling. And a human-looking Knigget whose head is a radiant sun.
Well, I know which one of these is mine.
Yeah, they're all standing there looking a little bit sheepish, and they also look at each other, and Shantae will... hello.
Hi, Shantae.
Hi.
This is Foray and Aldrin and Viorica and Huxley. This is Shantae. I thought you couldn't appear to other people.
Are we dead?
Yeah.
Are we dead?
No, you're not dead. This is a matter... Lathander will try and have some pomp, but fail. And in the meantime, Timor obviously just perches on the rock next to Foray and just says nothing and just watches Lathander, just like, It's watching to see what happens. And Jonte will shoot Timora a look of like, not now, and will then look across all of you. We're appearing to all of you. This, what you are about to face, is something that all of us need you to deal with.
Including Orcus.
All of us doesn't include Orcus, but I'm not surprised that our goals for once align. When Edwin was released, things have been set in motion that we need you to stop.
Just for my personal satisfaction, is this going to be God number 3?
Edwin is not a god.
Okay, good.
But he has many of the powers of his demigod? It's complicated. Orcus, many years ago, made... Sorry. I'll start from the top.
Do you need a drink?
I'm not used to appearing like this in front of people, but it was important, so here I am. Orcus had a priest called Caius, and gave Caius some of his power to see what he would do. Caius had similar beliefs to Orcus about making everything dead, so... At which point Caius betrayed his master, and well, you've seen the form that he took. Giant figure made of insects and things. Anyway,
the giant maggot, that was Caius.
No, that is simply a creation of Edwin's in the image of his master.
Right.
Caius was banished by Orcus, not by us, from this plane of existence. And there was a collective breathing of a sigh of relief. The way he is sealed is difficult to break, but Edwin got close. Luckily, Edwin's downfall was Orcus himself, who allowed Edwin's daughter to trap him. Well, in that, points to the smouldering wreck of the keep. He is now looking to release Caius once more, and Caius would then be a god, godly power certainly, on your plane of existence, with nothing stopping him from recreating the world in his image.
I'm hearing god number 3.
Not yet.
Right.
But soon.
Stop him.
That is, Jonte jumped in, that is, yes. We're using a lot of our strength here with the goodwill of a lot of other gods to speak to you directly, to offer you assistance in this. He must be stopped. This is a matter that affects every single one of us. I'm sorry to put so much pressure on you in so salubrious a location, looking around the swan, but needs must.
So you're going to come with us?
We can't interact with the mortal realm. We can speak into your minds as we're doing now, but if Caius is released, then he can. And his power is problematic, to say the least.
I think we all got that the maggot god's a problem. What do you want us to do about it? Like,
stop Edwin before he can release his master.
Fiorica's literally like limping.
We have been given the ability to grant you all power to do this. Gifts from all the gods, if you will, a pantheon of people who all need you to do this.
Very well.
We've tried reaching out to other agents to assist in this matter, and there is other work afoot, but it will take time. And you are here now, and Edwin is currently limited by his choice of compatriots. That gives us an opening that we can take, that you can take.
So, where exactly does Cyric fall into all of this?
Cyric is who Cyric is, and we can't do much about that, but I'm sure Cyric would be quite happy if this all came to pass. It'd be fun for him, but he's not here, and he doesn't speak for all of us.
So we may not have 2 more allies, was my point, your magnificence.
I believe not, no. No need for formality. I think we're all on a first-name basis here. Lathander's like, there's some need for... Yep. Tamura's just watching and smirking slightly at all of this.
I mean, you know I'm always willing to go and do things, but I think everyone has to have the chance to say no.
Agreed.
I would wish to say yes.
Of course you do. Good.
Yep. Aldrin will get out a double-headed coin and toss it just for the showmanship. Looks like head says yes.
Tamor will give you a little wink, like, nice.
Can't say I've ever met one god before, let alone 3. I am a profound worshipper of Gond, who I'm sad to not meet currently, but it's nice to meet all of you regardless. I don't
think we realised that you had such a close personal connection to Gond. Otherwise, we probably would have been here.
When you go back, please say hello from me, Huxley.
Gond is currently very busy.
Of course. So many things to know. The god of knowledge can only be, so busy.
He's not the god of that's Ogma. Oh, you be careful about that. They have a bit of.
No. Anyhow, I will formally accept.
Foray.
Well, it's a much nicer offer than you're already dead from Orcus. Yeah.
Good.
In which case, you will all get the effects of a long rest, and you will all level up.
Awesome.
Also,
odds.
I'm not done. M. Please roll me a d20.
Oh no, why you gotta put that pressure on me?
You start.
Because we know what Mike would roll.
17.
17. Interesting. Okay. You gain an epic boon.
Okay.
It's an epic boon of magic resistance.
No.
You have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Okay. Well,
How long for?
You don't know.
Seems kind of irrelevant. There's very rarely actual spells in D&D combat, so we'll see.
The god feels slightly peeved.
It could have been more hit points or like shiny armor.
It really could have been, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
You rolled. Cool. Liz, roll me a d20.
Oh gosh. Can I also just say, Liz did get a bit confused because there's 2 G's in both of those gods. I did mean Ogma, not Gond, but we'll go with Gond.
I was going to say.
You know what? Huxley likes Gond.
Well, Shade and Ravenshade likes Gond as well.
God.
Knowledge versus invention.
13 on the roll.
13. Huxley, choose one first level spell that you can cast. You can now cast that spell at its lowest level without expending a spell slot.
Nice.
That would be good.
Shield.
Yes.
Sorry, no. Do what you want, Liz.
Is that at will?
Yeah, was that at will, Chris, or just on?
Just once.
You can now cast that spell at its lowest level without expending a spell slot. That sounds like once.
Yeah.
Ed, roll me a d20.
Come, dodecahedron. 10. Good. Sounds about right.
No, it's just very good. You can give yourself a plus 20 bonus to a ranged attack roll you make. Once you use this boon, you can't use it again until you finish a short rest.
Jeez.
I will take it.
There's your gun. Right.
Finally, I've got it. Yeah, got it. It'll come out in a bit.
David, D20, please.
This goes badly, Chris. I'm going to use a luck point.
Cannot use a luck point on this.
Let's roll it in the thingy.
Sure.
That is a 4 on my pink fluffy dice.
4, you say? To shreds, you say? Oh. You gain 1 9th level spell slot.
Fuck. Do you learn any 9th level spells, or
no, just a slot?
You can cast one at.
Wow.
Jeez.
9th level. Ooh, nice.
That's skinky.
Oh, I could have had a 9th level spell slot.
The smiting that would have happened. Wow.
That's... Yeah, how does that work then? Does it come with the spells attached?
No.
No, you just get it.
You can upcast something to 9th level.
Okay, cool.
Once.
There's plenty of things I can think which could be usefully put.
Also, when you get to that level, you'll have Doom, which is a rarity.
This is forever.
You don't know. And Mike.
Notes.
Timora's been sat next to you this entire time. The others have been sort of like, everyone's feeling buoyed by this. As they are, she will just sort of cross her arms and do a little lean. So she's leaning into you and just say, it's up to you. I can take it away. Or give you something to more actively help you.
Oh, that's a big choice.
So I've got 3 options. Take it away, or just go for a standard boon. Or take a chance on whatever hyper-focused thing.
No, basically you can roll for it, or instead of a boon, she can take the curse away.
Interesting.
I think I know what I'd do.
I don't know what I'd do.
Get rid of the curse, obviously. You can't touch anyone. Like, you will never be able to hug anyone ever again.
Yeah, but epic boons, though.
Awesome.
Millstones and boons.
Yeah.
Also, you might get a shit one like magic resistance, so, you know.
Jesus Christ, Em.
You never use spellcasters in campaigns. You don't.
Edwin's a spellcaster! This is... Fucking ruined my...
He's still on a selfless run. He just wouldn't right now. Yeah.
I respect that hugely. Roll me a d20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That is a 16.
Mm-hmm. While completely in an area of dim light or darkness, you can become invisible as an action. You remain invisible until you take an action or a reaction.
That's so good for a rogue.
Nice.
It'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of the rest of us hear Timora's offer, or just Foray?
Aldrin heard it.
Always gonna.
I would say Aldrin heard it, but Timora's a god. I mean, Timora could make Aldrin not hear it, but I think... Oh, Timora's a sneaky. Timora will have whispered it just loud enough so you could all hear it. Very Timora move somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
Gonna initiate you into the church.
Is there any way that I can signal to Chontea without saying it out loud, like that? I'd like a brief word, a very quick word.
Chontea is your god, of course you can.
I'll just think it really loud.
While you're all sort of in this moment, taking it all in, they will try and start talking again, unless, Prosperous, you make that sort of like...
Yeah, no, the eyes go really wide.
Chontea will look at the two and go, 1 sec. Walk up to you. Yes.
Wait, is everyone else still moving?
They can't hear us now.
Okay.
And Chontea is talking, you're like, what? And Lathander just turns and goes, don't worry, they're doing a thing.
Can you all do that?
Can we all do what?
You remove a curse instead of giving a boon.
He's chosen. Poorly, no.
Yes, but
he's chosen.
I could still choose.
Are you sure?
I don't need it.
All right.
That's amazing.
All 3 of them step back to look at the 5 of you. And Timora speaks up for the first time. do wish there was more we could do, but even Orcus is limited in how he can interact with the world, and we're the same. We're prohibited from getting directly involved. There are sendings going to some of the most powerful spellcasters in the land. Friends, allies, people who can help.
We're just going to have other campaigns where people are saying like, oh.
Interesting. Hopefully this can be averted. All three of them will sort of look politely at all of you, and Viorica, Lathander will look at you, smile, and give you a little brief bow.
Returned.
Mm-hmm. All three vanish, and the rain continues to fall.
I will see you at the next awakening. Right.
Well,
I must say I feel better.
that was nice of them to give boons to everyone.
Are we still covered in sludge?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, we should have asked them for a bath.
I give you the boon of cleanliness.
The boon of everyone knows prestidigitation.
No, no, you haven't got that. No,
Chris.
I refuse.
Does anyone know apart from me, just for right now?
No.
Okay, good.
Boon of a
Of
nuzzle.
course not. I'm not taking that from you.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hackneyed though it may sound, what's the marching order?
Ooh.
Are we trying to be sneaky, or are we just going?
I'd say just go.
Do we need to nab a boat?
Oh, I was kind of thinking we just swim.
Can't we fly?
We're
Y'all-
brave,
better idea.
courageous
Y'all,
heroes. We can charge at fall at the first hurdle.
Y'all remember how I can make it so we can walk across water and circles?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Several times in the last few days, and
Yep. That's a really good plan.
quite many and various situations.
It's like the spell was made for it. All right, are you just going to charge across, or are you going to try and be stealthy? What's the plan?
But could we cause a distraction? Could we send Ali?
Andy, please.
Andy. Sorry.
I'm not sacrificing Andy.
Nope, fair enough.
No one's who said anything about sacrificing me? By the way, why were you all
was
standing
talking
still for
about
5 minutes? What
distraction.
happened?
Oh, Shantae was here. Could you not see her?
No?
Oh, it was beautiful.
She gave us all a boon.
Odd. Yes.
Boon.
Yes.
I'm a boon.
Yeah, you are a boon.
The best boon there ever was.
Andy gives a very self-satisfied nod. I could cause a distraction. It doesn't have to be like a sacrificial distraction. I could just swoop down going, boogity boo, draw their fire, you know.
Please do that.
Just don't get too close.
Okay. I mean, is that what we're doing? Am I causing a distraction?
That would be. I think that would
Aren't
be.
they already pretty distracted? Aren't they loading up onto a ship? Was there anybody, on watch as such?
Aldrin?
Aldrin, you saw no one's actively look, the skies. They appear to be quite busy in trying to get this ship up and going as quickly as possible. Beyond that.
Dogs seem pretty distracted with what they're trying to do. I imagine they would feel we're pretty well taken care of. If not killed outright, at least collapsed under them buildings. I think Ferrari had right idea not to let them know we're alive and such like.
Then someone needs to do something about Prosperous.
I don't roll with disadvantage. I just have +0.
Could you go on Andy's back and dive in from them?
Are we going to be a distraction together?
Then they'll definitely know we're alive. But if you're happy with that, then that's fine.
I mean, let's go in all guns blazing.
Do you want Andy to drop me in the middle and I can just start swinging?
Exactly.
Yeah, all
I
right.
think that would be great.
Why don't I just stay there? We could start swinging together. I've done that in a while.
Yes, there's a reason that you fly up. Because you remember the last 4 times when you got a bit too close and then...
It's just such a cool look.
It is very cool, but no one who's there is going to be able to remember it because they'll all be dead by the end of this.
I know, but if someone was, I don't know, making like fan art of the situation, I want them to have like the full visual.
They could draw the moment when we're both there, when you drop me off, and then you could go fly to sea.
Okay.
I began the ritual to cast Water Walk at the beginning of this competition.
Look, if you want to be right in the middle of battle, please feel free. But
no, you're right.
If you die, where's Squishy gonna go?
Good point. I will fly away and protect Squishy. Squishy's just sat there on Andy's shoulder now, just
in the rain.
Just sat there.
And then you can, heal from range or just shout at people.
I'm good at shouting.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, are you stealth? Are you stealth water sneaking?
I'm not stealthing. I'm flying like a mobile bomb.
Yeah, I think just because P's alive doesn't mean the rest of us are. All
right, so the four of you are stealthing in, apart from Prosperous, who is doing a charge of the Valkyries.
Yes.
Does anyone want to come with?
I think I might, yes. Anyway, nothing against you, Prosperous. I'm sure you can take care of yourself, but you never know. So at first, I'm bright blue and pink. Sneaking, although I'm proficient. I'll
be very glad to have you there, Huxley.
We could hold hands the entire way if you wish. It's your preference, not mine.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Give me a little bit of time to put these things together. We can all be water walking and psychically talking. Just shake it 2 jiffies.
I will allow that you are prepping. This took a bit of time, so that changes some stuff there.
Fun.
You don't know that. Anyway, right. The three of you who are doing the snooker. Can you roll me a stealth check?
Hey, Rory. Looks like we're going into the lion's den, my friend, and I trust on you to make the best use of this. And I will cast Trucing.
Nice.
Very handy.
Mike, all of this area until you reach the keep would be classed as dim light. So you would be able to use your new epic boom, if you wish to be invisible.
Oh, yeah.
And the telepathic bond is up.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
And true seeing. I mean, before we all go guns blazing, I can literally see everything, and I can't, unless someone spectacularly aware like Aldrin can see.
Or they've got true seeing.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm under the impression that true seeing is an incredibly rare skill.
But there's a really powerful wizard over there. God level, God see everything. I'm not saying it's a bad idea for Rory. I'm just saying that the last time you also went in on your own, and that was stressful.
But did I die though?
Doesn't mean you won't now.
Well, I'm not intending on going in. I'm intending on getting close because I've got true seeing this time, so I can just stand next to the wall and go, ooh. I might look a bit weird to some people, with my nose to a wall, but I can just look through it.
I can see everything.
But we can make it.
Just go. You know as well as I do the best laid plans.
No. Holy fuck. Something really cool that I could do.
Go on then.
I could cast Etherealness at a 9th level and make all 3 of us ethereal, so we could just go through the ethereal plane, pop out behind the bad guy, and stab him in the nads.
Let's do that.
Just saying.
Would you like to bring Stampy with you?
That would end the Hollyphant dream, but it is an incredibly powerful way of getting through any sort of.
That's fun. That's fantastic.
Only true seeing would see us because we'd be in the ethereal plane.
And then, yeah.
Right.
Prosperous.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go and draw them out.
Yeah.
And you sort yourselves out.
Okay.
If that is the plan that Aldrin
Prosperous
will
is
put forward.
gone.
Fine. Emboldening bond before you leave.
Sure, fine, no problem.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm down.
Rory, Viorica, do you think that sounds like the way the boon might have been intended? By the way, it lasts for 8 hours, so we can just be chilling while P and Hux just take care of things.
If you go into the ethereal plane, does do all the things break because you've gone onto a different plane of existence?
No, they don't. You can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. It doesn't break anything that's already been
What
done.
about Rory's?
Rory's, I think, works.
I believe the rule is if it's already been cast, it is
stays.
happening, and the ethereal plane is contiguous with the material plane. Thus, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be.
No, it's possible over any distance. It can't extend to other planes of existence.
Interesting.
It's the ethereal plane, a plane of existence.
Yes.
In which case, there are other ways around that as well.
Really setting ourselves up here. This is great.
Well, I mean, look, if we wanted to be really complicated about it, Ferore could do the I'm invisible thing. Me and Viorica, whoever else, could be ethereal. Ferore with True Seeing can see into the ethereal plane, can write stuff on a slab and show it. You know, there's ways around it. Is my point. Also,
that sounds really shit.
The DM does not approve.
I think it's a really great idea. I suspect that it will be great for like one round, and then you will be out of the ethereal plane and dying.
I would save your 9th level spell slot. This is the DM saying to you as a player, I would save your 9th level spell slot.
I'm just saying that if it meant all 5 of us could go, then it would be cool.
It doesn't.
Prosperous is gone.
Huxley's gone as well.
Stampy is staying with you lot. And it's following you.
I am now
Floating
saving
around.
this spell so that I can get the fuck out.
Fine.
Sensible. Okay. Just to say, my stealth roll was a 10. That's why I was quite in favour of the idea.
Yeah.
The 3 of you start, and Viorica just goes over a root.
It's inexplicably growing out of the water.
It's not all water. You're still you've got to make your way all across. This is kind of a Sir Robin moment now, where you're charging from 4 miles away. Like
brave Sir Robin. Great.
That's with the thingy and screw it, that other thingy. That's a dirty 20. If I guidance myself beforehand, which I presume I would.
Sure. Viorica's not very well stealth, but who's surprised? Rory?
It's all right. I'll guide Viorica with a 31.
If only I had some spell that could have helped in this situation.
All right, 31 on Viorica. 31 on you, Ferore, means you can help Viorica. I'll therefore take an average across all 3 of you, which is about 21-ish. Good.
Yeah.
Right.
I was so excited by that idea.
Dave, it's a really good idea, but I'm looking at the stat blocks and it would be a complete waste of time because there's a lot of true seeing with high-level stuff.
Yeah, but it was a good idea.
It was a good idea. It really, really was. Just not for here and not for now.
It's like DMs don't want you to go into the ethereal plane and be able to sneak up on them.
Anyway.
That's why Blink was always fun.
The 3 of you that are stealthing, you move at half speed, so it'll take you some time. Prosperous, Huxley, are you waiting until the sneaky people are close so that your distraction allows them to do something, or are you just charging?
Literally can't see them, have no idea where they are.
No, but you've all connected by telepathic bond.
Oh. Are you nearby yet? It's been like ages.
It's been like 2 minutes. You are still a long way away.
Give us a minute. We will be there as soon as we can. You're
No,
offline.
wait. You be careful. Be careful with what you just said. Don't say to Prosperous, give us a minute. Say to Prosperous, give us half an hour.
I can hear you.
Why don't
Am
you
I
tell us
wrong,
when you're
though?
there? Just tell us when you're there. That's
Or
possibly
like,
the easiest
tell
way
us
to do
when
it.
you're like 60 feet away.
Okay.
All right.
We can do that.
Are you there yet?
Oh my god. The flying people, what are you doing?
Circling.
Circling? Is Hooks on Andy as well?
No,
Or are
Hux
you-
is flying alongside Andy.
Maybe we should stay like relatively far away until the slow coaches have got nearby, and then we can.
So are we going to wait until someone realizes that the slow coaches are there? Then
I think
attack
no.
them. We could be the sneaky ones.
I mean, I can see Viorica from here, so he's not.
No, you can't. No. They have they're fine now. They have a collective stealth roll of 21. You can't see them.
Maybe we should just when we think they're nearby, we should just jump in.
Chris, what do we see? Because in my mind, there's a full-on fortificated tower in front of us with there is a window.
There is
one of my favorite words.
There is a fortified bulwark, so it is built out of the ocean and it has crenellated walls, and that encompasses any natural rock that would have been here that you cannot see. Part of it is shaped with a big sort of cut into it, like a harbour, but it's all under construction. There's lots and lots of construction materials lying around. No one is working on the construction side of it, though, because it is nighttime. There is a large, squat tower that takes up a good third of the entire bulwark. It has this strange sheeting around the bottom level and a dome on top that also appears to be made of the same sort of strange sheeting. And behind the tower, which you can see if you are circling from quite a long way away, is a ship that, as you look at it, there's shouts out of people on the ship. They're clearly trying to crew it and cargo it and get it ready to go, but they're not ready to leave yet. How far away are you circling? Give me a range.
Pretty far.
120 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
120 feet? That's not very far.
Hux, if someone gave something up for you, like something important to help you, would you want to know? Or would you rather not know?
I like this conversation. I don't know if this is the time, but since we're talking about it, sacrifice is something I think that only the person who sacrifices something should know. But it depends entirely on context. So, did you do it for a reason specific to that person, or was it just something that you fancied doing?
No, for specific. I'm not hypothetically for reasons specific to the person.
I'm going to look at Andy and just see what Andy's perspective on this is.
Andy looks back at you with a kind of... Yeah. Squishy just looks at you like this.
The only thing.
Hypothetically, if it was someone like Foray who you clearly care deeply about, I'm not saying that it is, but if it was, and if that
Andy's
was
look becomes slow down.
Not possible. I'm an interfering old woman. Actually, is an interfering. If it was someone that you cared deeply about that could have been in trouble, and you said, "Well, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my life for you so that you could live," I suppose that would be a discussion because they would want to know.
I mean, if you'd sacrificed your life, it would kind of be too late, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, if you would have to, tell them about it if your life was at risk. But if you were giving that to them, I suppose you could have that conversation.
I don't think
it's like a conversation.
I don't think it's quite that. I mean, obviously, I would give my life for Foray. Not that we're talking about Foray.
No.
But it's not quite that bad. It's the hypothetical thing that has happened.
Do you feel bad about what you've done, hypothetically?
No.
Oh, well, you should be able to talk about it freely then.
Right.
What would stop you?
I think you should tell them. Voice echoes through both of your heads. I think it's good to take ownership of what you've done. Just say.
Who's that?
Well, you're flying around my tower, so...
Oh, boy. Is this Edwin or Caius?
Hilarious.
Is this Gond?
I'm not sure I want to take relationship advice from either of you.
Oh, well, that's your loss.
Are we distracting you?
No, not at all. I just wanted to check what you were thinking of doing, because I'm well aware that you survived, which is a shame, but I know these things happen.
I'm quite happy about it, personally.
I'm not surprised.
The big maggot... You didn't answer my question. Are you Edwin or Caius?
Somewhere in between these days.
Right. How many maggots do you have about your person currently?
My person is... It doesn't matter. Look.
And do you not do roll call? Are you not Jeff?
No.
Steve?
No.
Margie?
No.
How boring.
Gon's not here. Look, we're going to be departing soon. And I appreciate that you're probably going to try and follow, and I can understand that. I really can. After all, people don't tend to like me very much, and it goes without saying that I don't tend to like them very much either. So if you're going to give it a go, can I suggest doing it relatively soon? Otherwise, you won't have a chance to.
It's an odd advice for you to give us.
I could crush you with my fingertip.
You're bored? Because you don't do roll call of your maggots.
It's not a question of boredom. It's
Chris, can I telepathically ask Andy to hover over the ship, circle to the ship?
120 feet away, you can't get over the ship. You can be nearby the ship.
I want to be over the ship.
You want to get closer?
Yeah. While we're having this conversation.
Sure.
Just out of interest, the conversation that myself and Prosperous were having, was that telepathic and was that picked up on by...
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be...
Or was that verbal?
Oh, I assumed that was out loud.
No.
Okay.
Both would be fine.
Okay.
They are speaking telepathically in your minds, obviously, but...
Yes. I'm going to telepathically say to Aldrin, we appear to be noticed and invited to, I assume, the ship, where apparently we're going to be crushed with a fingertip.
Oh, you're alive too. Splendid.
Or do you hear in your head?
More wheat to the grist.
No, wheat goes through the mill. Meat goes through the grist.
Well, regardless.
I can't believe I'm being magically compelled.
Nice try.
With a shot.
Are we over the ship yet?
I beg your pardon?
Are we over the ship yet?
Are you getting close to the ship?
I want Andy to fly directly over the ship.
Cool. As you start to fly over the ship, the dome on top of the tower will start to iris open.
Yes, but is it fast enough to stop me from jumping off Andy towards the ship sword first, with the intention of breaking the ship?
Amazing.
I ship this.
Oh boy. Boys, how close are you?
Oh, they're right there. Come on.
No, as in how close would you like to be? What range do you want to be in when Prosperous dive bombs a ship?
I think I'd start running the second.
Yes.
How close to the entire bastion would you like to be when Prosperous dive bombs the ship? I'm not going to say, oh, you're 300 feet away. I'd like to know how close you would like to be.
Okay.
As a collective, you make the choice.
It feels fair to say something like 120.
Yeah.
120?
Not like, oh, I'm right there, but also we're not.
Like a turn or two's distance away.
Yes.
At least.
That makes sense.
Right.
Oh, crap.
Prosperous.
I have experience of ships.
As you and Andy fly towards the ship, the dome on top of this thing is irising open as you move closer.
Yeah.
Underneath it, there appears to be some kind of...
Don't care about that.
Well, I do.
Yes, no.
You guys?
Very focused.
There appears to be some kind of orb, and it's suspended. And as you and Andy get close, can Andy please make me a dexterity... both of you. Can you both make a dexterity saving throw? Both of you. Huxley, are you traveling with?
I think I will be following not as quickly. So
Then you will
I'll
see
be
this happen.
Slightly further behind. I'm going to say about 65 or so.
Andy rolls oh, that's quite good actually. 23.
Not enough. Nice.
I rolled a 7.
It's enough at all.
15.
Are we at least close to the ship?
We'll get there.
Does that result in a fall?
Sorry?
Does that result in a fall?
It probably will, yes.
Featherfall would be cast instantly if I see
That's fine.
falling.
We'll deal with this first.
Cool.
Both of you take 27 points of lightning damage as a arc of lightning zaps out of the top of the tower, illuminating the whole space, so you can all see a bit better, and will impact both you and Andy.
Oh, hang on. Andy has magic resistance.
Ooh.
It's no, it's 2 higher. Would 2 higher make a difference?
25.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he takes half, and he takes 13.
Nice.
You are, as you fly over, do you have anything special with Andy about keeping your seat?
No, it's my steed, but I'm not a chargy person.
No, but does someone greater steed mean the steed has like the ability to not have you thrown and that sort
I mean, it's a steed. It's a steed.
Certain spells have specific wording around whether you can stay on the back of it during certain maneuvers and others don't.
I'm a steed.
I'm a steed.
Today, I repay my debt.
I don't know. It just says it's a steed. I don't know what that means.
Then in which case, roll me a dex save to stay on Mandy's back.
Another one? I already rolled one. Oh.
This was just that was just a damage, just to see if you stay on the steed.
That one is a 15.
I'd say you stay on the steed. That's fine. You and Andy both take this zap of lightning, and actually you probably go and just sort of hold back a little bit. Okay. They don't fall, so there's no need for Featherfall to deal with that. You are both still flying towards the ship.
Yeah, Andy's gonna zoom towards the ship.
Totally fine.
Am I above it yet?
Yes.
Can I dive bomb off it, sword first?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
How high up are you?
I have no idea.
How high up would you like to be?
I don't know, 100 feet?
Nice.
I know how this works. I understand. I know what's coming.
Okay.
Awesome.
You are 100 feet up as you leap off Andy, sword going down in sort of weird Sephiroth move. What's it called? Hell's Gate.
Into the whatever looks like the steering column, because that's what Sharmani's character broke in Sea of Swords, and it completely fucked the ship.
Would you like me to give you some information? If you aim to stab straight down into the steering column of a ship, you probably won't break it because of the way the column is designed. If you go for the center of the ship, you're trying to crack the whole thing apart.
That one.
There you go. Because bizarrely, that's the weakest part of the ship because of the way it's designed and shaped.
I'm gonna Titanic this.
The temptation to featherfall this is so unreal, but it would completely take away all of your thunder.
Do you shout out, I think I'm featherfall me?
This is the plan, don't worry.
The visual of just hearing my heart will go on as P slowly.
Am I to take the assumption, as Prosperous does this, that Hux, are you staying where you are, or are you getting closer?
How far away am I from the ship?
You said you were 60 feet behind Prosperous, so I'm going to say that you're 60 feet away from the ship, which means that you are still 120 feet away from the tower.
Okay. I'm going to stay here for the moment.
Cool. Boys, can I assume that you are still stealthing during all of this? You haven't broken out into a run?
Oh, we've broken into a run, but if we can see a plummeting star that is Prosperous.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a reasonable assumption that the distraction will be effective.
Yes.
Although, if you two would be interested, Frory would look at that big ass cannon and be like, "Boys,
you can't see the cannon. You have no idea where the cannon is. You can't see it.
Not just
Frory can see through the bullet itself.
Yeah, and didn't we just watch it?
Frory can see 120 feet into the ethereal plane, so it can literally see through walls and everything.
Oh, behind the shutters on the ground level is this absolutely massive fuck-off cannon. Takes up a good half of the space with a lot of gears and functions designed to make it turn.
Yeah, and wouldn't we have just seen it shoot at some?
No. This was the top of the tower. It's a completely separate thing. That's a Tesla coil, except it's not, because we're totally not in that universe.
At least I can still see it, and yeah, Frory's gonna be like, I really fancy a massive fuck-off gun.
Nice.
And upgrade this.
With true seeing, because you can see into the ethereal and because you can see through walls, you would see that there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures all stood in the same room as the gun.
Do they look mean?
Yes.
Do they look like I could kill them very easily?
No.
Are they all wearing T-shirts that say "This is a bad idea"? Take the hint. Love the DM.
No. I'm saying because you can get true seeing. The island looks deserted, but there are 6 people standing in the room with a gun.
Right.
And to be fair, though, I could just be invisible until I just shoot one off and then run away.
Sounds like a good plan.
Still shuttered at the moment, so getting inside is quite difficult. Are you breaking out into a run with these two? Are you stealthing? What are you doing?
We're running.
All 3 of you running? Cool, fine. Then in which case you will cross the 60 feet to get to the edge of the tower by next turn. That is all fine. So we're rolling initiative in a minute. Prosperous.
I'm going to channel divinity on the way down.
So now you are definitively a falling star leaping down to destroy a boat.
Yep. This is what I do. I destroy boats.
You hear it? That is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
God's boats.
Okay, fine.
I think I'm going to die, but it's fine because the boat will also be dead.
I think I'm going to die, but it's fine because the boat will also be dead. Thus spaketh Prosperous.
I mean, if those are your final words, that'd be amazing.
I have a feeling that water might be solid to you. So.
Did you?
Oh no, that's not how that works.
It just brings you back up.
It brings you back up like a cork.
Okay, good. So it's not going to be like hitting the
no.
You hit it twice.
Surface.
Once on the way down and once on the way back up. Like a flaming yo-yo of death.
Falling into water, you still take the same amount of damage, I'm afraid.
I'm counting on that because I'm going to channel it into the sword.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
Why do you think I went so high?
Fair point.
10d6.
Okay. So I'm getting up the stats for a boat. I didn't think someone would attack the boat. I'm sorry. I didn't plan for someone dive bombing the boat. It didn't cross my mind as something that some idiot might do. Okay. Good. Right.
First thing I thought of them.
Incredible. No, that's
I don't know how you didn't see it coming.
Really?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Good, right. All right, Em. All right. How do you want to do this? What do you want to do? Because you are currently falling like a rock 100 feet straight down onto the deck of the boat.
All the weight of that fall through the sword into the deck of the ship.
Sure.
I'm not trying to mitigate any damage to myself. I want all the impact to go into the ship.
Will you be smiting on top of that?
I don't know. It depends
on
what I roll.
Understood.
If I feel like I need to smite the ship, I will, of course, smite the ship.
I understand. Do smites have to be affected on living creatures? Is there any kind of wording around that with it? I'm not 100% sure. I want to make sure we're doing it properly.
I'm pretty sure I've smote a door before.
I'm pretty sure you smote a door before too, but I just want to make sure.
Smite.
It was an evil door.
No, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one
it doesn't
spell
matter.
slot to deal extra radiant target damage to the target.
Perfect. Here's what I would like you to do. Can you please roll me an attack roll?
Yes.
With your sword, because you're attacking with your sword.
No. 34.
Oh, thank God.
Well, you hit the bow. Cool. Can you roll me the regular damage on your sword, please? All the things you would usually add to it, no extras, just regular damage on your sword.
Uh, 28.
Great. Can you now add to that 9d6?
Oh, good.
There was a lot of ones. 20.
Oh, shame.
So what's the total on that from your attack roll?
48.
48. Do you want to smite on top of that?
Does it feel like it's going to go?
You have no idea. You haven't impacted it yet.
But I've started to impact it.
Yeah, but that's because we're rolling damage dice, Em. No.
Obviously, I'm going to smite the boat.
Do it. Smite the boat.
Yeah. Smite with all your might.
Could you give me an idea of what level you'd like me to smite at?
Whatever you think.
That's not helpful.
I am not helping with this.
with my experience of boats, do I have some sort of sense?
Oh my god, with my experience of fucking boats.
I spent an entire campaign on boats.
Please smite as hard as you can.
As hard as I can?
Yeah.
I'm not smiting at 4th level the boat.
Do you want to destroy the boat?
Yeah. All right, hang on.
I don't don't want to waste all my high level smites on destroying a boat. If I die, I die. But don't let me waste my 4th level smite.
I will bonus action cast Searing Smite at 1st level.
Okay.
Because then that'll set it on fire. Great.
Even better.
And then I will smite at 3rd level.
Pulling your punches.
It's a boat and there's a god.
Fair.
Hang on.
Roll me
This episode.
It's a boat and there's a god.
Right, so the Searing Smite, it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It fails.
Yeah, so it takes two extra fire damage. However, it is now on fire.
Yes.
At the start of each of its turns, on a failed con save, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So now it is on fire.
Sure.
And smite. Please, no more ones. Oh, that's so disappointing. 12.
Oh.
D&D Beyond hates me today.
So a total of 60, no, 2 extra there, so 62.
And it's on fire.
And it's on fire.
Yes.
Are you okay with me describing this? Do you want to describe it?
I don't know what's happening. You haven't told me. Did I break it?
Would you prefer me to describe it, or would you like to describe it? As in, I can tell you what's going to happen, then you're welcome to describe how that looks and what the visual is, or I can just describe the whole thing.
I have fallen into the ship.
Yes.
Sword first.
Yes.
Ideally, it's cracked open.
Right. As you leap down,
it's also in flames.
Yes. As you leap down,
Like now I'm standing up, surrounded by flames.
As you leap down off Andy, sword down.
Yeah.
Cool. You plummet through the air, you channel divinity, and suddenly you just glow with light as you fly down towards the deck of the ship. As you pass by the sails, the sheer presence of you and all of this process, they start to smolder. And as you land, the sails burst into flames.
Excellent.
As you impact the deck of the ship with a deafening crack, you impact hard, the sword digs in, the wood around you smolders, crackles, and starts to crack out as it does. You don't break through the top deck. You also take the falling damage.
20,
It was 28 points of damage.
It was 20.
20 points of damage. However, the main deck midsection, where you have landed, cracks spread all the way through it, and burning is happening all the way around. The sails are on fire.
Nice.
The pirates on the deck of the ship see this happen. A few of them started to run when you leapt. They were wise. Some other ones watched this happen and suddenly went, I shouldn't be here. And they start to jump off. I mean, this is basically an intimidation roll bar a million. They start to jump off the ship, jump onto the island, then realize they don't want to be there either. Just go. They just go. They are irrelevant to the rest of this thing. And the boat is cracked down the center. It's not sunk yet, but it is on fire and it is moving in that direction.
Grand.
You have enough time to straighten, get up, and walk off the deck of the ship as it slowly
Burns around me. Yeah.
starts to sink behind you.
Good news. Unless they have another ship, they're not going anywhere.
Wow.
And that's where we'll end tonight, right before we roll initiative, because that is a boss move to end on. Good lord, Em. Shame it wasn't more damage. Shame it wasn't more. It could have like
So many ones. It's fine.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wow. Okay, I need fan art of that. Fuck all like Andy flying with Rose on the back. I need Rose. Oh, that's cool.
Prosperous destroys Boaty McBoatface.
And just walks off it. Like, yeah.
Done.
In many ways, it wasn't a lot of falling damage, but also that worked in my favor because I didn't take a lot of damage. I still got 80 hit points.
Amazing.
It was.
For now.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us tonight, everybody. That's where we'll pick up next time for the final episode of Drowning in Blackwater. They encounter a god in human form. Will it go well? Knowing this lot, probably not. But let's see how these things all shake out. That will be happening next time. Join us next Monday for the final episode. And then the week after that... Oh, we're starting a new campaign, aren't we, Emma? Aren't we, Emma?
Yes.
Would you like to tell us more about the new campaign that we're starting?
It's called Call of the Void. They will be being called by the Void.
That's what it says on the board.
Wow, okay. Any more hints or exciting...
We've got 2 returning characters and 3 new characters and There's going to be a lot of bones.
Nice.
Not boners. Bones.
Nice bones.
A lot of bones. Okay, good.
No poles.
No, just bones.
Well, I mean, poles made out of bones, sure.
Poles made out of bones.
Nice.
A bone pole, if you will. Okay, so that will... That will be Mondays after next week's finale. And on Tuesdays at the moment, we have Seeds of Defiance. Seeds of Defiance. Terrible, scary Sean Smith adventure in the woods where I'm playing my little rat folk person. And it's delicate fun. So join us for that on Tuesdays. And on Fridays, as always, we have Talking is a Free Action or Talk Together, our chat shows where we talk to each other and other members of the TTRPG industry about what it's like, what's going on, favourite moments with their characters, that sort of thing. Join us for that on Fridays. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. They're all hosted on youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg if you want to look at the back catalogue. And my God, it's a big back catalogue. So much fun stuff. Want to see how Prosperous got to know about ships? Prosperous literally was tied to the front of a ship and cut off icebergs as they tried.
I can't believe you didn't see this coming.
I am surprised too. I'll give you that. But okay, it's happened now. Anyway.
Looking back, it's hard to imagine anything else.
I know.
Yeah. In many ways.
All of our shows also exist in podcast form, so you can listen to them while on the go, that you will miss all of our lovely faces, but that's up to you. You can find them on most places where podcasts are available. If you have a place where you like to listen to your podcast and you can't find our podcast there, let us know, and we'll make sure that it's there from the next one. But yes, that is the plan. Thank you very much for joining, as always. Socials, join us there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, apparently. That's not my thing, I don't know. There's also Patreon, where you can patronize us and help us make shows like this, and our patrons couldn't do it without you, the D20 Club, our lovely special amazing people. Thank you so much for all your support. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. Lovely to see you, and see you all next week for the grand finale. Bye-bye.
Bye.